Emotions are pointless. Besides the only emotion called by man love. The feeling of love hits you like a bullet. The feeling of love is a rush. It's a rush that people sometimes just are not ready for because it triggers them in ways where they fear love. When you meet someone that you may possibly feel love towards, even if it's a guy or a girl, this doesn't have anything to do with sex, because even when I talk to some guys, I feel like love, and it's not on no gay stuff. It's just because I've reached a point where I love everyone because everyone is a part of me. Whether it's women, whether it's man, whether it's child, whether it's anybody, everyone is a part of me. Do not mind this car that I believe is going to back up. This is just part of the matrix. Love is something that when you have it towards yourself, it's this state of bliss. It's this state of peace. It's this state of tranquility. It's this state of just immortal, just passion. Immortal, just freedom. It's as if everything around you just does not matter. It does not exist. All these programs, all these thoughts, all these egos, they do not matter because they are really nothing. When you live in this state of love, it is very painful for the ego, because the ego has been brought up to believe that to have love, you need these materialistic things. To have love, you need friends, you need a boyfriend, you need a girlfriend, you need family. But really, to have love, all you need is yourself. And once you've reached that level, it's bittersweet. The reason why it's sweet, we'll get to the good part first. The reason why it's sweet is because nothing can mess with you. Nothing can phase you no more. You're emotionally dead. You're egotistically dead. You're emotionally just done. And it's very freeing. It hurts. It hurts a lot. I could even cry right now on camera. It hurts a lot because you realize the lie that has been told to you, and you just realize it more deeply, the thing that you're in. And I guess we could call that somewhat the bitter part. But the bitter part is just knowing that you cannot relate to the people around you, even though they are part of you, but they're just so programmed with everything that's been going on around them, and it's not for them to blame. We shouldn't hate the player. We shouldn't hate man. We shouldn't hate women. We might as well just hate the game. This is a beautiful game, but this game is hell. The game is hell, and I know that this game is meant to be beaten, but this game is hell. And it's like once you reach this level of consciousness, you create your own heaven in this hell. But you can't let this hell affect you. You have to be harder than the game. You have to be more tough. You have to be more strong. But there is immense sorrow when you realize that everything around you, the relationships, the friendships, are all meaningless. They do not mean anything. It's all just something for the moment. And maybe me talking about this is just thinking about like everything, just everything that I'm in. But I just realized how we're just all nothing, bro. Like, we believe that we're something great. We believe that we're something extraordinary, when really we're all just a tiny piece of a galactic puzzle. A puzzle that can never be solved. And we try so hard to solve it. We try so hard to find the purpose of life. We try so hard to find it. And the more we do that, the more away from ourselves we stray, because we're looking around and really all the answers are inside of us. And that's how depression and all these things come up, because when you're looking for the answer around you, and relationships and friendships and materialism and jobs and work and hobbies, you realize that these things will never fulfill you. Never. It'll feel cool to get whatever you get, but after, you just don't feel that fulfillment, because the only thing that can fulfill you is you. The presence of God, the presence of the universe, as it can be said to you spiritual folks. We all condemn other people. We all condemn women for behaviors. We all condemn men for behaviors. We all condemn people that are fat for behaviors, people that are lazy. We all condemn these people when really they're all just a part of us, because at one point we were just like these people, but we just woke up. So there's just no need to hate. There's no need to disrespect. There's no need to be angry. There's no need to be sad and mad. There's no need to feel anything towards these people but love and compassion. Because these people are broken and these people are lost souls, bro. And they don't even know it, which is the heartbreaking part. They don't know it, and that's just the sorrow of the world that is upon people like myself, I guess, or I'll just talk for myself. This world can feel very lonesome when you don't have no one to talk to, when you don't have other people around you physically, to be around you, to talk to you and just express deep thoughts like this. When you do that, it's as though they shut down, because you're going against the way of the game and you're speaking something that people probably have never thought of. So they shut down because they never think that deep before. And it's like, you feel like you're wasting your time, but hey, maybe you're actually helping them out. Maybe you're actually helping them see something that they've never thought of, And maybe that's just a little sprinkle of the humanoid word purpose that you have, is to open up people's eyes and people's just vision. I don't believe that there's anything that can make me happy from this world. I don't believe that going to some place, moving to some place, getting some shoe, getting anything will make me happy. It's all just child's play. And I know that I still find these things fun, but I know that without the presence of God, without the presence of self inside of me, I have nothing. I am nothing. But when I have that life inside of me, I at least have life to even be in this hell, to even just be my own person. I don't want to give myself away to anybody. That's why I don't want to be in a relationship. That's why I don't want to have sex. That's why, because I just don't want to do that. I just don't see the point. And it goes against this whole system. And I know it can be tempting when you see girls with a big butt or big boobs, like how I'm seeing right now. But maybe it's her genes. I know all these things can be tempting, but it's just gateways to losing yourself. And people may think I'm crazy, but I just love myself, and I hang onto myself to the point where I really don't want to lose myself, even if it's sex or anything. And I know that you guys can be like, oh, the Bible scripture says this and that, but I don't give a fuck about the Bible, bro. I truthfully don't give a fuck about the Bible, bro. I just don't. I don't hate the Bible. I don't love it. I just don't care for it, bro. I just don't care for those things about how Jesus is coming back and all these things, bro. I don't give a fuck about any of that. Excuse my language. I just don't care. Because all I know is that I'm here. I'm in this game. There's something watching over me. I don't even want to identify it with Jesus or whatever. I just know that something is watching over me and something is guiding me through this game. And I know that I'm the main player of this game that I'm in. So whatever I have to do to experience, I guess, the best life, even though this life means nothing to me, so be it. I guess that's just how the game will be played. But I just am getting more and more used to the sacrifice that I have to live, the sacrifice of having nobody around me. And it may feel like it's something that hurts, it may feel painful, but I know it's for the best. Sometimes doing the things that you don't want to do is the best thing that you can ever do for yourself. And all of this is because I love myself. That's why I'm very strong and strict and very stingy with myself, because myself is like a child. And I don't just let my child inside of me just be around people that are willing to manipulate that child and influence that child in negative ways and make this child steer off the wrong path. I don't know what the right or wrong path is, but I just know that it's a feeling that I get. It's a feeling. I feel like I'm on the right path. The only time I get tricked into feeling like I'm on the wrong path is when the ego is talking and making me think so deep about everything going on and making me, you know what I'm saying, trying to bring me down. And that's just another test that is placed upon us in this human journey, just having the ego. There's no point in trying to destroy the ego. It's just a matter of knowing that you can control the thought patterns. You can control whether this thought matters or not. And most of the time it doesn't, if it doesn't help serve you and give you just advice, knowledge of how to get through this game. I'm truly empty, bro. And in this society, being empty is deemed as something negative. It's deemed as something that you should be sad over, depressed. But it truly is the best feeling ever, because nothing can really affect me. Nothing can't affect me anymore. People turning their back on me, people not liking me. And the more empty I am, the more real I become, the more authentic I am. The more real I am becoming, and the more I'll just say what I feel like saying, even if it may offend someone or it may look some type of way. You know, it's a good feeling, because I realize none of this matters. So I'm just gonna say how I feel. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, and if I'm not liked, so be it. And I just realized that this whole thing with women, this whole thing about being a pimp, it's not nonsense, because it's just another way of life. It's just more wisdom to have. But I just realized that I do not care for it. I do not care about having hoes, having bitches, because none of this will fulfill me. None of this matters to me. Having a girlfriend, having a wife, having a family, having friends, none of it genuinely matters to me, bro. You know, I still am willing to let people into my life, but I just do not care, like, if they leave, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, if someone left, I would not care, because I know in the grand scheme of things, this does not matter. None of it matters. Existential crisis. The reason why I put metrosexual on my community is because I can relate to that. It's like being a metrosexual man is basically like being a guy that takes care of himself, and takes care of himself as much as women do, to the point where people might identify you as though you might be gay or something. But it's just, no, I just love myself. I just like looking clean. I like to be very just clean, and you know what I'm saying? I just care for myself to an extent. And even these words do not matter. All these gay, lesbian, all that. But I just like that word. Whoever created that, I like that word, because it relates to this ego. It relates to the way I treat this humanoid self, you know, this black kid that you're watching. But I just like to stay fresh, and I like to stay fresher than most people would like to. And I guess when you do that, people might think you're gay. People might think you're not manly because you don't like to get all dirty. But I don't mind getting dirty, bro. But just naturally, I like to be clean. As for all you Bible folks, it says cleanliness is godliness. So, that could be something for you guys to say hallelujah to. I still pray, but I do not want to pray in a way where I'm praying to get something in a way of greed or just, I guess when I'm praying, I'm just talking. Like, even the way I am right now, I'm just talking, bro. But the moral of this story is just emotions. Emotions don't mean shit. The only thing that means something, in my opinion, is love. And just because I don't want friends, just because I have to walk this life alone, just because I have to make these sacrifices, just because I don't respond back to people that text me, it's not that I hate them. It's more because I love them. And the reason why is that I'd rather them find themselves instead of trying to find themselves through me. Because you cannot find yourself through other people or through materialism or any of that. People can say whatever they want about you, but once you lose all these emotional attachments, you realize nothing matters, not even you. And just because you do not matter does not mean that you're going to let yourself go. You're going to let yourself just be like everyone else. You're just going to settle down. Even the word settling down to me is just disgusting. It's sick. Settle down, I will never. But just settling down, working a job you don't even care for or like, not having fun. I just do not. I refuse. I refuse to follow the masses. I refuse to live in a way where people do not realize the power they have in themselves to do whatever they want if they truly want it. No one can really stop you. They can try to threaten you with jail or fees, all that stuff, but at the end, no one can really stop you in what you're doing. And once you realize that this is all just a game where you shouldn't even be fearful of getting a heartbreak or any of these things or having bills, whatever, you'll start to live more and you'll start to not care. You'll start to not care about people's opinions. You'll start to not care about if a girl or a boy doesn't like you. You'll just live for yourself because you realize that none of this matters. You are just observing yourself in multiple people. This is why I feel like even just this whole men and women thing, just how men are mad at women, women are mad at men, men think women are this, women think men are that. I just don't even care anymore about it. And honestly, I watch these videos about men and women talking about it just for like mere entertainment, because that's truthfully what it is. It's truthfully just entertainment. And even me talking about the women and all that, that's honestly just, there's truth in it. There's my truth in it. We all have our own truth. And that's why I'm saying that's my truth. But it also is entertainment when I look back at it. Because when I realize how much none of this will matter once I'm dead, it's so amusing to me. It's so amusing. All these things about getting girls, all these things about having bitches, hoes. It doesn't matter. It's just a game in the long run. That's why it's like never be attached to anything that anyone says, even myself. Always follow your own law. Always follow your own word. Stop following the word of someone that wrote a book about somebody that they never even knew, never even seen, etc. Follow your own law, follow your own morals. But that's why in order to learn your own laws and own morals, you have to live this life. You have to make mistakes. You have to try different things. You have to do things that may seem good, but then once after a while you realize it's not good for you. You feel me? You'll realize, oh, this is not what I should be doing, such as like having sex with no purpose, or you know what I'm saying, being attached, people pleasing, letting people walk all over you. You feel me? It's all just a learning experience. Literally, let me repeat that to you. It's all just a learning experience. So while you're on this earth, you never know when your time will come to move on. So while you're on this earth, just continue to live and continue to live for yourself. Do not let this Bible think that you are do not let this Bible make you think that you are sinning, you are being prideful just because you are living for yourself and you love yourself, all right? Do not let this Bible dictate your life. Do not let this religion dictate your life. Do not let any of these beliefs dictate your life. You are your own religion. You are your own Bible. You are your own law, all right? Walk with no fear. I have no fear as I say this because I know I'm testifying against the Bible, the religion, the cults, the spirituality. None of that shit matters. The only thing that matters is what makes me feel good, makes me feel what I've been telling you guys for the last 20 minutes about, mainly love. With that being said, I wish you all love and I wish you all peace. Thank you for listening to me. Bye, guys.